Hello and welcome to the channel. My name's Roberto. This channel is called Clean Ride and we're building up a Streetfighter V4S. We're doing a bit of a project build. Those of you that are new, please subscribe, have a look at the past episodes of where we're up to today. Those that have subscribed, liked, shared, commented, thank you so much. Really appreciate your support, and I do read your comments and I do reply. So again, thank you so much, appreciate it. Now, this week, I'm looking at fitting the chain and chain guard because we got it through from course next door. So we're gonna sort of show that. We may show another part, but that all depends how this next part goes. So I'm sort of thinking of changing the format a little bit and making the videos a little bit shorter and a little bit more condensed, and maybe either A, not offering as much content, or just splitting up the content a lot more, just so people, you know, because I can appreciate people haven't got 20, 30 minutes to sit in front of their TV, iPhone, iPad, whatever, and watch videos about modding a Streetfighter V4S, or they just don't want to see me. No, I'm sure it's a Streetfighter V4S. So I'm thinking of doing a bit shorter. So I come up with a bit of an idea. Have a look at the next few clips, and if you sort of want to see more of that, then let me know in the comments. If you think that's weird and I should just shut up and keep doing what I'm doing, then let me know in the comments as well. But, you know, let's take a look. We could end up with something like this. Today is chain fitting day. We got the guard finally from next door, Course Motorcycles, that didn't have those upright posts, so he got rid of that guard thing that you can slip your foot into and lose it. So we're just going to run through a couple of points when fitting a new chain. And the reason that I fit a new chain to most of my bikes is that I don't like the stock silver chain. I like gold chains. If I have to explain why I like a gold chain and that it's deep-seated in my young childhood, then yeah, you probably find another channel to figure that out. Anyway, so gold chain we're going to be fitting. Now you need to measure it, and when they say measure twice, cut once, with the chain you want to measure 600 times, cut once. You just got to be 100%. If you get one link out, it's going to bring the wheel forward or back. If you haven't got enough length, then you're going to have to run 2 links, and it's 2 chances of the chain breaking, and it's not cool. So measure, 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 count all the links, line them up like I have on the bench here so that you cut it 100% correctly. I've made the mistake before, so hand up, I have made the mistake and cut it too short or too long. Too long's okay, you can reduce, but too short, you're kind of screwed. You got to run 2 links. So I'm running an EK chain. It's a 525 pitch for the Streetfighter. Now, a couple of other things I'm doing. I'm putting, because we need to undo the rear hub of the swing arm where the wheel attaches, I'm going to be putting the CNC titanium bolts because they look pretty and they're not going to oxidize and go crappy like the stock ones. So that'll be swapped out. Now, another thing I have to mention is I use Maxima chain wax for myself and all my customers. I do not get paid by Maxima. In fact, Maxima will probably contact me to tell me to take this video down. But the reason I like Maxima chain wax is that it's got a sticker on the top and it says rated #1, but it doesn't actually say what it's rated #1 for or by or who. So Maxima, you can say it's rated #1 by Roberto Rossi at Clean Ride. But the main reason I like it for is that it's like WD-40, but it's just a lot more tackable and doesn't flick. And I show my clients how to actually apply chain lube. I know you're probably thinking, will you spray it on? No, that's not what you do. But anyway, this is what I use and this is what I recommend, because this chain here has actually been coated with the Maxima chain wax, and it's tacky, but it's not going to flick everywhere, and I hate flick and it's just disgusting. So we're going to go through now and fit the gold chain, and hopefully it's going to make that area look a lot nicer and a lot cleaner and a lot sharper. So yeah, let's go across and do that now. Voila, the gold chain has been fitted. Now, it's not a very hard job to do. It's pretty straightforward if you know what you're doing. If you're a little bit sort of worried about, crushing down the master link, then it's best to get a professional. And I normally use a professional, but this time I thought I was a big boy and I could do it myself. And I did it myself following the master Anthony's sort of direction, and last time I watched him like a hawk, so now I know how to do it. So I don't need to ask you anymore, Anthony. I can do it myself. I'm a big boy now. The other thing we have fitted is the titanium rear hub bolts from CNC Racing. Now, there was a bulletin that came out a couple of months back saying that some of the early model Streetfighters may have been over-torqued from factory, and they should be torqued to 20 Newton meters. Again, do your own research. I'm not telling you, but this Ducati bulletin did say 20 Newton meters, so pretty much 20 Newton meters. Now, you've got to do it in sequence, so it's the first bolt to 20, second bolt to 20, and then re-torque the first bolt back to 20. Because it will loosen because the other one tightens. So it's all done. The main thing I like is that A, it's a gold chain. I love gold chains. All my bikes have gold chains. But B, it gets rid of that horrible guard that was there hiding the beautiful gold chain. So what do you guys think? Looks all right or a bit meh? I like it. Well, before we end this week's episode, I keep on forgetting to show people the parts that we got back from Motorcycle Panel and Paint, the winglets and the rear tail. They've just been mocked up and put on. We've got to take them off again to put other things, but I just couldn't help myself but to put them on to check out how they work. So let's go have a look at that, and then I'll say goodbye to everyone, okay? Okay, so this is the winglets. So we picked them up a couple of weeks back from Simon at Motorcycle Panel and Paint. We had the sides painted red, as you saw in I think the second or third vid that we did. And then the black part is painted in a satin semi-gloss finish to mimic the plastic of the rest of sort of the side covers. The reason we went this way for is that I'm getting the radiator covers, which are actually in transit. I'll probably see them Monday, Tuesday, so very early next week from CNC Racing. So that's kind of what they look like. And I think he's done a really great job, as he always does. And I think they add a bit more of a feature to the bike and sort of give it that extra width and girth. Not that it really needs it, but it kind of adds that to it. Now, moving on with that, we also got the rear tail section. And again, I've only just mocked this up and just fitted it up. So we went, I know it's a bit silly to go Ducati V4S because it is a V4S Streetfighter. However, it kind of didn't really fit, and I wanted to mimic that 916 look, and that's kind of how they had it. They had Ducati 916 SP or S or whatever it was in the back. So I think it's sort of a bit of a homage to the original Ducati 916. And again, done a fantastic job. And I think it sort of just breaks it up a little bit. And then the gold pinstriping, it kind of looks different in different lights, and also really either stands out or, like right now, I think in the camera it's really popping out really nice, but in real life it's a lot more coppery browny, and then you flip it over somewhere else, it looks a bit different again. But no, really happy with it. So yeah, so they're the two parts. So at least we've gone through it. Again, once everything else is bolted up, we'll go through all the bits and pieces that we've done with the bike. So yeah, so that's kind of what it looks like at the moment. Okay. Well, that's the end of another week and another episode. So thank you so much to those guys and girls that have subscribed, comment, share, like. Also those people that come into the shop that I've never met before, that almost like they know me and they sort of want to have a look at the bike and talk about it, and they're buying a Streetfighter or they're looking at something. Very, very weird, but very cool in the same vein. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Those that haven't already subscribed, liked, shared, all that stuff, please do. You might one day find something that you like on the channel, or you might just want to have a laugh at me. Either way, please subscribe. Next week, we've got another big week with, hopefully, fingers crossed, parts actually come that are meant to come, and also come in the right color they're meant to come. And I'll fill you guys in next week on the sort of saga and story with that. It will be a really, pardon the pun, a really good episode. So again, everyone stay safe. Thank you so much, and we'll see you very, very soon. Okay, thanks. Bye.